No compensation as of yet for the Act 4 Mastery situation. No compensation in general, but we look at the situation and what Kabam have got to say for it. The Commissary is definitely a commissary, which, if you got the joke, it's not been great. Kabam even admit that. We talk about that, and Kabam, respond to this. Black ISO market update was a bit of a mystery. I don't think anybody had it on our bingo cards for 2023, but we got it. And Summoner's market update with a better unit purchase. More units, more money. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to, don't normally post an MCN on a Saturday. It's always Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, gathering together information. But of course, I've been away. I've been recording videos from a sauna and even on the move, which is what it is. I've not normally done that before, but it was fun. In any case, we've got some stories to go over. Now, this special edition of the MCN is sponsored by Eternal Evolution. This message is brought to you by Eternal Evolution. The gaming world will never be the same again, as you can train and evolve epic heroes to do battle in the Eternal Universal Arena. Now crush your monsters on the battlefield to become a legend! Strategy is in your hands in this free-to-play, friendly and easy-to-play game. Play anytime and anywhere without any energy limits. Use different hero lineups while in battle and use hero skills and abilities to turn the tide of the battle as well. Right now in game there's a grand ceremony event on, which helps new players who start on the newest server get amazing rewards like an SSS hero Ravina for free. So make some major gains when you start playing the game. Look out for 4 new time travel heroes from Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045, as well as many other events in game, like collab recruitment, where players can choose one of the collab heroes, get exclusive collab items and collab trophy, tickets, rare items and so much more. There's also a story challenge where players can battle through many stages, allowing them to obtain SSS hero Batal and other rare rewards for free. And finally, the world boss called Sight. Defeat him and you'll receive rich rewards each week. Make sure to do the challenge tasks and achievements so you'll be able to defeat the boss alongside other server players, so collab together. There's so much going on in game, you'll be a fool to miss out on the action. Eternal Evolution has a ton of features and modes, so let's go over some. Auto battling and picking up tons of rewards with a simple click, it's got it. PvE battling all the monsters the game throws at you, oh, it's got it. PvP in Arena, Galactic Arena and Summit Arena, boy howdy, it's got it. And team up with your friends in the guild to complete daily challenges, fight in guild wars and defeat guild bosses as a team. So what are you waiting for? Weapons ready? Heroes unlocked and trained? Let's go! Oh, and make sure to use my link or scan the QR code on screen to support my channel. And thanks to Eternal Evolution, who are giving our community this gift code. Make sure to activate it as soon as possible, and I'll see you in game. Thanks very much to Eternal Evolution for sponsoring this video. Go and check out the link in the description, and also look out later on this month as we're going to be doing a dedicated video looking at the many features and modes the game has to offer. And the game is free and free to play friendly, so go and check it out. Support the channel by clicking the link in the description down below and downloading today. Okay, right, we're going to get into the video. Starting off with Summoner Market Update as of the 28th of September. So what was that, a couple of days ago? This was the information here. Bit of a weird one, but Summoner's Market. I'm happy Kabam are trying to take back the power, especially when it comes to like what Google Play and Apple have done in the past. Well, of course, they take a slice of the Marvel Contest of Champions pie. For if MCOC is doing well, then some of those profits always go to the likes of Google Play and Apple. So Kabam have recently been turning up when it comes to the summoner market. I hope they do more when it comes to these deals, especially for July 4th and Cyber Weekend. And if there's better value, then go and check out the web store. But one thing that caught a lot of players' eyes, thanks very much to everybody that messaged about this one. So as you can see, today we have introduced a new option for unit purchase to the Summoners Market, Namor's Sunken Riches. This new unit bundle contains 7,040 units for the price of $199.99. At this time, this bundle will remain exclusive to the Summoners Market and remain a unit only bundle, this means that we do not intend to make special bundles or packages for special events or sales. Oh, that's interesting. The brass bones tax of things is, if I was to guesstimate, I would say it's about $7.99 saving that you make on this. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Take it as you will with this one, but it's up to you. If you want to get anything in game, does it support the developer? Yes. Does Marvel Contest of Champions financially do well at the moment? Yes. Is 97% of the player base free to play with 3% the spenders within the game? Yes. Is that fine? Not particularly, but hasn't done a problem for MCOC financially in a long time. Yes. It is what it is. A lot of these kind of I'm free to play. I don't care for spending. I don't spend. It's not an issue for me. But that's really that. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think something sneak? To be honest, I thought this would have been a better thing to kind of add into, put in more rarer deals. But if Kabam don't plan to do anything with it, then look, it is what it is. It's just a means of buying units, but probably buying it at a better price, because at the moment in game for me, what is the price actually in game? I don't know what's going on with the pricing. I don't know if it's a tax thing in the UK or whatever, but to get a full Odin at the moment is zoom past it, $200. Oh God's sake! Thank God I don't spend. In any case, thoughts in the comment section about this, but it's a deal, I guess. Next up, Black ISO Markets, a bit of a weird thing that kind of reared its head on the 28th. Of September. This is basically a roundup show because there's a lot of stuff going on videos wise. I couldn't make a load of content because it was taking 6 hours to make a video. I record something early on in the day. I couldn't post it until the night time because the internet was shocking, and I wanted to make sure I had a better quality microphone than the one that I brought with me. But in any case, this was a bit of a bone of contention. 7-star Hero Crystal, and I think some extra additions were put into here. I don't know if that war boost is new. I don't know, because as I said, I don't spend. If I was to come back and spend, I would get the Summoner Sigil, and that'll probably be the only thing that I would get. It's kind of a small way to support the developer, and at the same time, it has the Arena Express mode in. There's lots of fun trading things. So, Tier 5 class, Catalyst Selector, 400 6-star shards, Trading Quest. Oh yeah, Trading Quest Crystal. I remember that one from back in the day. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's been a 7-star one. Maybe 3 odds and ends. But in any case, I think the 7-star side of things is causing a bit of a stir with this one. Many people. So yeah, first and foremost, I'm happy that Kabam are finally adding stuff into the Sigil store, but I really wish they would give us a heads up it's coming, because I literally just used most of my tokens to get a 6-star crystal, and now they added the 7-star the store, which I am now on a long ways away from being able to get. Just really thinking in-game mail saying there's an update. I mean, yeah, that would have been nice for a little mail to say hey, by the way, something's coming. Would Kabam do this? I don't know. Kabam have to say, I get where you're coming from and notice it always nice and in many instances feasible, but for a store like this is such a limited currency, not as much. I always think that's a bit of a risky thing saying limited currency, because if you've got a limited currency, and of course we've got to spend that correctly. It's like when you get a special store coming out and spending it is kind of like same thing with units in the Cyber Weekend, July 4th. You got to spend it carefully. Units are a limited currency. Differences with units is you either spend it, you get for free. Sigil store, however, those tokens, you've got to buy stamps, and so many stamps. I'm not going to try and apply. I was about to try a real world kind of application to this. There's no appropriate time to give a heads up with something like that. I wouldn't have just used their tokens. Believe me, I have been there for every single iteration of these kinds of updates. And regardless of when that message went out, these threads would still be here. So, look, for the future, this helps, giving you a bit of notice. Is it annoying? Of course it is. Of course it is. It's really annoying. I'd say this would be more annoying if 7-stars had just come into the game. Would have been great if Kabam said, oh, by the way, at the end of the year, towards December, we're going to add this in. I'm sure a lot of you would be kind of like, okay, that's good, thanks for the heads up. It's a tough line to draw with this one. But as I said, as soon as we start talking about limited currency, talking about hoarding, but then realise we've just had the Commissary, which talks about the hypocrisy around hoarding, and the narrative around how Kabam kind of look at hoarding, trying to discourage hoarding, but hoarding is already in game as a part of it, and hasn't gone away. We've just talked about stuff where there's elements there. I can see that there's just a difference of opinion on this one. It's very kind of down the centre with it, but yeah. Right, quickly on to mastery points and the lack of compensation. So what's this all about? Well, I don't know if anybody remembers. We had this issue where, so the collector says, I haven't 100% completed Act 4, Chapters 3 and 4, but with the new rewards, people get them when they initially clear them. So, will I just never be able to get the last 2 mastery points? What should I do? Any else have any concerns? So, like, yeah, people were kind of like concerned about the way that the mastery points were kind of put in. Was it? I can't remember if this was the case where they put them in the completion element, but if you already did the completion, you wouldn't be able to get the mastery points attached to it. So, you're kind of without mastery points to a degree with that particular scenario. So, you're kind of without. So yeah, before the revamp, they were in there as the exploration. After the revamp, they are in as completion. So if you were in that point of not 100%ing, you lose out on mastery points. I think I've explained that in the best way possible. And this was pointed out, by the way. This was pointed out in early August, or mid-August, sorry. Thanks for pointing out. We're looking into this. Just wanted to let you know that we are working on a fix for those affected. Don't know what the plan is at the moment, but we will update you as soon as we do. And going into September, so the start of this month, there was still no update. And actually, this is a very good point because I think M might be affected by this, so I need to kind of find out what the crack is. So yeah, missing mastery points. And it just went through September. There was a long length of time of no response. And that, of course, is a bit of a problem with it. And there is a slight response in that a couple of days ago, Jack said it is, as it always is, we do not forget about this until you hear otherwise. You are safe to assume that the previous communications are still true. The team is still working on it. So I don't know the length of time of what's going on, but it's definitely something that's being dealt with. I know there's some people out there affected by this, and I'm sure the list of people will extend, but it's being looked into. So hang fire, we'll try and find out what's going on. Right, okay, Commissary. So I do want to go over this, and this was really good actually. I think this was by Paragon, and Paragon was talking about the grind for the Commissary. I wouldn't say I've given up on the Commissary, but I've definitely kind of like, I mean, I've tried to like enjoy a bit of vacation, so to speak, with it. But yeah, like it's not really been something I really cared about. Especially as I kind of felt like if I'm not going to make it, I don't want to spend any units to get myself to there. And the amount of units I'd have to spend is just not feasible. Or anything that I'm looking to see any return. Obviously saying get a return. What kind of return are you expecting, Richard? Well, I'm expecting a return on the volume of things. Like if I spend 8,888 units and don't get the 900 units back, I'll kind of go, well, I got a new rank 5 champion, but did I really need that? Could I have waited and invested those 8,800 units in Cyber Weekend deals and got a bit more? Quite possibly. There's depreciation when it comes to it. Could be a case it's good. As I said, I'm focusing more Cyber Weekend. But in any case, so this was interesting to read. This is from, as we said, Paragon, who was talking about the process of how many points they are looking to get. And as it kind of builds up on what they're willing to get, if they are willing to get it, yeah, they're 600 points away from 3,500. Whether or not, I think looking to get something in particular from that, I'm not sure. And 2 more sets of Battlegrounds objectives left, 400. 600 minus 400, 200 points needed in order to achieve it. So I know a lot of people are pushing to get stuff. I'm not interested with a 7-star. Yeah, okay, the Cavalier 7-star as its own, maybe Civil Warrior, maybe. I don't know. Look, It's down to everybody's appreciation of what they want to achieve, what they want to get out of this particular event. And they're still in the final bits. I've kind of checked out from the event now. Now that I'm not interested. But look, it was interesting to read Kabam's admission that they kind of felt like it didn't work. And Kabam Mike said a couple of days ago, this event did not live up to your expectations, which is important for us to know for the future. However, it does not mean that it's not hitting its goals or living up to expectations and metrics that were set for it internally. Players expected something big and something... I don't think players expected something big. I said it was going to be a misery, and it was. And something that everybody could achieve, which was not our goal. Of course, that's going to be the biggest... issue with it, but at least it's kind of like there's this. We need to do a better job of making our goals more obvious in the future, and I've taken a lot of feedback from players to the next iteration, but we're not making any changes to the current... I mean, they weren't going to make any changes to the current event in any case. I think we'd be living under... It'd be ridiculous if Kabam made changes to that. But I think this is definitely an admission to go, it didn't work. It didn't work as well. And I think what didn't work the most is having, and as I said, these 3 days, and things not being clear. The typo with the gold side of things, which we covered in a video yesterday. The point side of things, how it's separated over several different days. How Battlegrounds and AQ... And the biggest thing when it came to AQ is like, look, people are fighting with each other to get points within it. And if you were in a line, like you would have been at a better time with Commissary if you left your alliance, went and did your own AQ with your own alliance, like made your own alliance and did like map 3 or whatever, and cleared a load of champions. That would have been, as in cleared a load of defenders. That's the problem. Kabam kind of inquired. Like I don't want to do that. I had no interest in doing that. I was on vacation, and I wouldn't want to do that. Like, oh yeah, by the way, to my alliance members, a week before Alliance Wars season started, I'm going to leave your alliance. I'm going to start my own alliance, and then what I'm going to do is clear house and farm all of the AQ fights. Maybe I'll have to do a couple of or a few of Battlegrounds objectives, but I could have done that. And I think there are people out there that did. We covered on the channel somebody that was able to do a massive amount of AQ fights and do very little when it came to Battlegrounds objective grinding. So look, there's... And Kabam kind of like inadvertently inspired that from people, which is not the case. That was not, I mean, not the case, but it's like, that's not, again, keeping in the fair element of Marvel Contest of Champions and what Kabam stand for. So yet more hypocrisy from this particular event. So yeah, I think Kabam, you know, good to do newer ideas, but it's well thought out ideas that kind of like ring true. But in any case, that is really it. Thoughts on a Commissary. I may have one more video to post on a Commissary, and after that I just want it gone and out of my mind, so I can focus on like new events. I'm looking forward to getting back to the Summon Symbiote. That's really it. That's what I'm looking forward to, and getting back to some other content I want to create. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's the video. Thoughts about some of the topics in the comment section. Check out some other content and look out for some more coverage very, very soon. Much love and goodbye for now.